First one, a beam of light. We are doing MCQ from textbook. First one, a beam of light from source L is incident normally on a plane mirror fixed at distance x from the source. A beam of light from source L is incident on the mirror. So if this is mirror, this is source of light incident normally fixed at distance x from the source. The beam is reflected back on the spot on a scale just above the source I, just above the source L, just above this reflector. When the mirror is rotated through small angle theta, the spot of light is found to move through distance y on the scale, then angle theta is equals to how much? See, they're telling they rotate this mirror by some angle theta, then reflected ray, because when ray comes here backward exactly above this, so when mirror is rotated by theta, this should rotate by 2 theta. This is the meaning. We have done this. Okay, clear this much?
Yes.
And this is they're telling it is going vertically up by y. Find what is the relation between x and y. What is tan theta? Is it opposite side upon adjacent side?
Yes, sir.
If theta is small and measured in radians, then tan theta is same approximately theta. Therefore, we can say tan 2 theta is approximately 2 theta. So 2 theta is y by x. From this, you can get theta equal to y upon 2x. So theta is y upon 2x, option A. So we have used property when mirror is rotated by theta, then reflected ray turns by 2 theta.
Sir, how did you get 2 theta?
I will just explain. Can I clear this? Full?
Yes.
If this is plane mirror, and from here source of light, they had given along x, therefore I had done that way. Horizontal meter is easy to remember. This is suppose normal, along which incident ray is made to pass. What will be reflected ray position? Same, no? Same it is. Light is incident normally, it gets reflected back along the same path.
Yes, sir.
Now I rotate this mirror by angle theta, let us take. So normal will make angle theta now. With the incident ray. So reflected ray If I is theta, r is theta, but from starting position it goes up by what? 2 theta, no? Hello?
Okay, okay, I got it, sir.
So same way here. Now got it?
Yes, sir.
Second. This is very important sum because it is vector related. A ray of light traveling in the direction half of I cap plus root 3 j cap. Now half of I cap plus root 3, this is nothing but half I cap plus root 3 by 2 j cap. This is the meaning? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So if I understand by coordinate system, that means ray of light is traveling in first quadrant. This is the meaning. This way it is traveling. Half a plus root 3j. Correct?
Yes.
Is incident on a plane mirror. After reflection, it travels along the direction. This was incident ray. Direction of incident ray. And after reflection, it travels after reflection. After reflection, it travels along half of I minus root 3j. That means if this is mirror, this is half I because positive I and positive j. And after reflection, x is positive, y is negative. Correct? So does it moves like this? Then? This is incident, this is reflected. Okay.
Yes, sir.
They want what is angle of incidence. Now angle of incidence means angle made by incident ray with normal. So it will be tan of theta equals to opposite side, which is root 3 by 2. Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Opposite side is root 3 by 2. And adjacent side is half. Therefore, it will become tan theta equals to root 3. Correct? Okay.
Yes.
Now, if it is incident ray is making angle root 2 and root 3i, reflected is half of I minus root 3, then what is this angle? So I can say this is root 3 is angle of incidence if I consider this as normal. So therefore theta is what? 60 degree?
60 degree.
Theta is 60 degree. What is the answer? 60 degree is there? C is the option.
Yes, sir.
Next sum. So an object is placed at distance of 40 centimeter from the concave mirror. So U is 40 centimeter. Always it is on left side. Concave mirror, therefore focal length will be minus of concave mirror focal length minus 15. If the object is displaced through a distance of 20 towards the mirror, the displacement of the image is how much? Displacement of image will be how much? That is, what is constant? F will be same.
Focal length. Yes.
So first this is U1. From this I will find V1 because they want displacement of image is how much? Displacement of image means change in V. So U2 it is displaced towards. Towards means it will become less. Huh? By how much it is displaced?
20 centimeters.
20 centimeter. So new distance is 20 because earlier it was 40 minus. Now 1 upon F is 1 upon V1 plus 1 upon U1, which is equals to 1 upon minus 15, 1 upon V1 plus 1 upon minus 40. So minus 1 upon 50 plus 1 upon 40 is 1 upon V1. 15 into 4, 60. So LCM you can take 60, 600 to make it more easy. Minus 40 plus 15 is 1 upon V1. Directly I cross multiply. So this will become minus 25 upon 600 equals to 1 upon V1. Therefore, V1 equal to 600 upon 25 minus. This is 25 into 2 is 50, remainder 10. 25 into 4 is 100. So V1 is minus 24 centimeter. Similarly, 1 upon V2 plus 1 upon U2 equals to 1 upon F. So this will give you 1 upon V2 equals to 1 upon F minus of 1 upon U2. 1 upon V2 is 1 upon minus 15 minus of minus 20, that is minus 1 upon 15 plus 1 upon 20. So minus 20 plus 15 upon 300. So 1 upon V2 is minus 5 upon 300. Therefore V2 will be minus 60 centimeters. But they are interested in shift. So shift will be in magnitude 60 minus 24, that is 36 centimeter away from the mirror. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
So this is mirror. First image came at distance of minus 24. That means on same side. Then it is coming at 60. That means it is shifted away from mirror by the difference of the two, which is 36. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
So now
Yes, sir. Done.
Next sum. In an experiment to determine focal length of concave mirror by UV pin method, a student places object pin A on the principal axis at distance x from the pole. He looks in the pin at the pin and its inverted image from distance, keeping his eye in the line PA. Student shift his eye towards left. The image appears to be right of the object pin. Then what is the relation between x and f? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now first we have to check where is the image formed. The object is placed at distance x and student is looking at the pin and its inverted image. Pin and the inverted image is formed, keeping his eye with the line P to A. P is pole, A is that object, he sees inverted image. When he shifts his eyes towards the left, image appears to be on the right of the object pin. It appears to be on the right of object pin. Then what? If this is mirror, suppose this is object placed here. He is looking along P to A. Then he finds some image over here, left side. Object pin A on the principal axis. Okay, only pin they have kept on principal axis. On principal axis, pin is placed. Which mirror will forget first? Concave mirror given also. So this is object A placed. This is point P. Student looks on the pin and its inverted image from a distance, and its inverted image, that means real image, from some distance, keeping his eye in the line PA. When he shifts his eye towards left, shift his eye towards left here, shift towards left. Then image appears to be on the right of pin. So if he shifts his eye towards left, image comes on the right. This is what they are telling. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
If image is coming, he is shifting the eye here, image is appearing to the forward direction. Between F and 2F, if object is placed between F and 2F, then when you come closer, the image moves away, no? At infinity, when object is, then image is where? At focus? At C, it is at C.
Yes, sir.
And when you come between F and 2F, the image will come towards the mirror and finally it will become virtual.
Yes, sir.
So that means it should be between F and 2F. That's why when he is coming closer, the object is coming, not becoming virtual, still real, but on the closer to the mirror. So it should be between F and 2F, that object distance. F and 2F they have given. Yes, that is B. Again, listen why. Where is object place? I don't know. When I see from here, I get image inverted, some place. But when I shift my eye to the left side, means I move away, then I am able to see that object slightly closer. That means that object is, I'm feeling coming closer, no? This way. when it is possible, when it is between f and 2f. Then when you move away, the object is away, image is closer, and so on. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is just theoretical based. So between f and 2f. Next one, let us see what they have given. Fifth one, a car is fitted with concave side view mirror of focal length 20 centimeter. Concave mirror. Convex. Convex mirror. So focal length is plus 20 centimeter. A second car behind the first is overtaking first car at relative speed of 15 meter per second. So speed of second car with respect to first is 15 meter per second. The speed of image of second car as seen from the mirror of first. So speed of image we want. So suppose this is concave mirror, convex mirror having focal length of 20 centimeter for one car. Second car is approaching with speed of 15 meter per second. Speed of image we want of second car, speed of image of second car. So object is coming closer, image of second car with respect to that seen in the first one will be how much? 1 upon v plus 1 upon u. Is it 1 by f? Hello?
Yes, sir.
In this, what is constant? F is constant.
Focal length.
Focal length, okay. So the image is changing. Speed of image. See, this v is different. Don't interpret both same. That u and v are image and object distance, correct? They are distances. This is image or distance. This is object distance. What is rate of change of distance called as?
Velocity.
Velocity. So to get velocity of object, velocity of image, I have to take derivative. What is derivative of x? Derivative of x, is it 1?
Yes, sir.
What is derivative of 1 by x? This
Minus 1 x raised to minus 2.
minus 1 upon x square. So a derivative of v is minus 1 upon v square. This we are differentiating with respect to time. So I'm writing dv by dt extra. That is called chain rule. Plus 1 upon u will be minus 1 upon u square into du by dt. And derivative of focal length, which is constant, will become 0. So from this minus 1 upon v square dv by dt will become plus 1 upon u square du by dt. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So we get then dv by dt, that is image speed, is minus v square upon u square into du by dt. That means dv by dt, which is image distance, will be equals to minus v square upon u square. What is v upon u? Is it nothing but that linear magnification, which you can write as f upon u minus f?
Just minus m.
Minus, then it will be opposite. No? So v upon u will be f upon u minus f.
Yes, sir.
So minus v square upon u square. This much any doubt is there till this?
So we
dv by
don't
dt.
cancel du by dt, right?
No, it is not, you can't cancel. It is nothing but image speed, na?
Yes.
And du by dt is object speed. And so this is approaching that, telling us this way. So we have to find what will be the speed of image if the speed of object was 15. Because that second person is seeing the object in the first wale ka mirror, na? His speed is 15. So object ka speed is 15. So that image ka speed I have to calculate. And focal length is given. We can also find by using that 1 upon f equal to 1 upon v plus 1 upon u. Second car is 2.8 meter behind. That means it is image at 280 centimeter. 1 upon v plus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. So if I multiply throughout by, sorry for the topic. Just copy this much, then I'm doing further. dv by dt is minus v square upon u square du by dt.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. Now 1 upon v plus 1 upon u equals to 1 upon f. So simplifying this, 1 upon v plus 1 upon u equal to 1 upon f. U plus v upon vu equals to 1 upon f. So divide by v. This is same as 1 upon u equals to 1 upon f minus 1 upon u. So 1 upon v equals to u minus f upon uf. Therefore, v equals to uf upon u minus f. Okay, this much okay? V is equals to f upon u minus f.
Yes.
So v upon u will become f upon u minus f. Okay.
Yes.
So now our change in image is nothing but minus of v square upon u square du by dt. So this you can write as minus v upon u the whole square into du by dt. So this is nothing but f upon f minus f. I'm rearranging. So it can be written as f upon f minus u, so that this minus minus will get cancelled. Square into du by dt. Now putting the values. F is given 20 and object is on the left hand side. So minus of minus 280 into du by dt is 15. This is 20 and then square. So 20 upon 20, this is 300 square into 15. 20 into 15. So 1 upon 15 square is 225 into 15. Or you can write 15 into 15. This 15 will get cancelled. 1 upon 15 is the required answer. Yes, okay.
Yes.
So whenever you want image speed, then that mirror formula you have to take derivative of that.
Yes, sir.
Next one. A wire is bent in the shape of right angle triangle. A wire is bent in the shape of right angle triangle. This angle is 45. This is f by 2. In front of concave mirror of focal length f. Which of the following four options qualitatively represent the shape of image of the bent wire? These figures are not to the scale. So which will be the shape of wire? Image of the shape of wire we have to find. Like if I consider this position as one object and this position as another object, then I can get image distance because vertical, this is height. Hello?
Yes, sir.
If this is object distance taken in first case, this can be taken in second case, then I will find where is the image in the other two cases and we'll join with this line. As per that, we'll get required condition. So this is f by 2. Object in first case is at f by 2, correct?
Yes, sir.
So 1 upon v plus 1 upon f u equals to 1 upon f 1 upon v plus 1 upon minus of f by 2 because it is concave mirror. So it will be 1 upon minus f. That means 1 upon v is equals to 2 will go up. Minus 2 upon f equal to minus 1 upon f. So 1 upon v is minus 1 upon f plus 2 upon f. Therefore 1 upon v will be 1 by f. V is same as f. V is same as f. That means the image will come at f position. And height of image, linear magnification is v upon u minus v upon u. That is minus of f upon minus f by 2. So it is nothing but 2. That means it is magnified image of this object at distance of v we are getting. So that means this is one position. If I call this as AB, A, B ये image हो गया ना, B इससे double height वाला, ठीक है? So first case we got this. Just copy this much. So AB is at F. Now we'll see where is this point C coming.
Yes, sir. Done.
Done, no? For point C, let's go. for point C. U is f plus f by 2. That will become 3f by 2. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So 1 upon f equals to 1 upon v plus 1 upon u. This is 1 upon minus f equal to 1 upon v plus 1 upon minus 3f by 2 from the pole. So minus 1 upon f equal to 1 upon v minus 2 upon 3f. Therefore minus 1 upon f plus 2 upon 3f equal to 1 upon v. So this is 3f minus 3 plus 2 equal to 1 upon v. Therefore minus 1 upon 3f equal to 1 by v. Therefore v equals to minus of 3f. Now let us predict the image. Minus 3f is C. Where was AB? At what distance? We got AB.
So we got V is equal to F over there.
We got F. So this is AB at F, and that is minus 3f point C. Minus 3f point C. F, AB is at F, and that is at 3f. One is at 3f. So which will be the correct option there? Height of image will remain same because it is point, but is at 3f distance. Minus 3f, that we got proper. F 3f means it should go on the other side. This way it will come, correct? Hello?
So I don't understand.
Again, see. Once again. This is the mirror, okay? And this is one object they have kept in the form of at f by 2. This point is meeting at f. So we have to check how the image will look like. So this is f by 2. This is f. You can call this as 3 different points. A, B, C. Okay, this must be followed, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now object is on the right side they have kept. Right. So I will go by that sequence. This way they have not kept. They have kept on the right side. Now.
Yes, sir.
And this angle is given 45 degree. So for AB, U is f by 2. Correct? No?
Yes.
V I don't know. So 1 upon V plus 1 upon U equals to 1 upon F. That is 1 upon V plus 1 upon F by 2 equal to 1 upon F. So 1 upon V plus 2 by F will be equal to 1 by F.
So over here f is positive.
No, because they have not kept in that manner. Na? Object is kept on the right side there. So as per this, I am taking convention now. First, I took our general convention, but once I saw the diagram, they have taken the object on the right hand side. See, left right becomes like this. If this is the part, where is the center on the left? Then we take negative. In this case, where is center? On the right. Therefore, we'll take positive. Clear, na?
Yes, sir.
So this 1 upon V will be 1 upon F minus 2 upon F. That means 1 upon V will be equals to minus 1 upon F. V equal to minus F. तो ये दूसरा साइड पे आ जाएगा ऑब्जेक्ट. From here at minus F means left side. This is A. And C is at center of curvature. For C, and magnification we can see it is V upon U. So this will be double the height of original. A1, B1 is double of this. For C, U is F, V you don't know. So 1 upon F is 1 upon V plus 1 upon U. That means 1 upon F will be equal to 1 upon V plus 1 upon F. That is V will become 0. V will be 0 means it will be at this point. Here only the mirror. So this way you will get image. But double, correct?
Yes, sir.
So that is seen in which direction alpha should be greater than 45 if angle is double, the side is double. So A should be the correct answer. A. This angle will be more because this side is double. Na?
Yes, sir.
So diagram they have not printed properly, I think. I have to check from the actual paper.
So few textbook answers are wrong.
No, that figure I have to check with the actual JEE paper. So it will become perfect. But this is concept what we did. One point U, AB, other point is C. So AB ka magnification double and distance between them is same. F and F by 2 means F by 2 distance. So therefore it will be angle greater than 45 because magnification is more. Higher the magnification, longer will be the angle. And see, whenever it is F and P के बीच में object, then it has to be virtual image. Same we are getting. Other side of the mirror.
Yes, sir.
Seventh one, very simple. I think you can manage this. Match the corresponding entries of 1 with that of 2. If M is minus 2, that means it is which image? Is it real image? Magnified? Real and magnified?
Yes.
So we are getting real and magnified. Which mirror gives this?
Concave.
This will be only by concave mirror because convex is always diminished. So real, magnified, concave. So M equals to minus 2. M equals to minus 2. Can I say R as well as P?
Yes, sir.
So as per this, all we are doing, then we'll check which is the appropriate result. M equal to minus half. This is again real, diminished, and given by concave mirror. Real, diminished, concave mirror. Real, diminished, concave mirror. A can be P. अच्छा दोनों ऑप्शन दिया है, बराबर है, फिर दो दो दिया है. A is we got real in R, and A we got concave, that is Q. R comma Q. R comma Q is for first option. Second, M is half, we got real. Real is given in R and concave is Q. Okay. So मुझे भी क्लियर समझ गया. ऑप्शन A, C. M equal to +2. So it is virtual. Magnified. Virtual magnified is only by concave. So virtual is given option S and concave mirror is option Q. S and Q. D. M is +1/2. That means it is virtual and diminished. That means it is convex mirror. So virtual is S, convex mirror is P. So A, Q and R, first option. B, Q and R in first option. C, Q and S, first option. P and S. Therefore it is option A. Followed? Yeah, who's following? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Once we'll complete entire light wala unit, then we'll do 1 week, 1 or 2 week only MCQs. Two plane mirror is inclined to each other such that ray of light is incident on mirror M1 and becomes parallel to second mirror M2 and finally reflected from second mirror parallel to the first. The angle between two mirror is how much? See, there are two mirrors inclined with some angle. Let us take this angle theta. So first mirror, second mirror. Light is incident on first mirror. First mirror. Angle is given, which angle? Right, incident on first mirror and parallel to the second mirror. Okay, parallel to the second mirror. Finally gets reflected from second mirror. So this will be incident, reflected, and again returns back parallel to the first mirror. These two lines are parallel, so corresponding angles are congruent. Correct?
Yes, sir.
If these two lines are parallel, this is also corresponding angle congruent.
Yes, sir.
This line is transversal, so this is theta. If I consider this two lines parallel, this is transversal. Now theta, theta, this is theta. So this two angle will be how much? These two lines are parallel, theta, theta. This is theta. So if I get this angle, I will get this angle. They are alternate angles. This is incident on this, gets reflected, means this will be angle between normal
So can we do something related to angle of incidence or angle of reflection?
That only we are doing. That only we are doing. If this is theta, this is normal I draw. So this is 90 minus theta. This will be 90 minus theta, incident and reflected. If this is 90 minus theta, then this has to be theta, correct?
Yes.
So exactly same. This is reflected ray, angle made by incident ray. If I draw here normal, then this will be 90 minus theta. This has to be theta, correct? By geometry I did. So now in triangle, 3 theta will be 180 degree. That means theta will be 60 degree. This is the answer. Theta is 60 degree. You got it now? How we got it? This is,
Can you explain one more time?
I'm just clearing the diagram and bigger figure I'm fine. This is one mirror. They are inclined by angle theta. M1, M2. Ray of light is incident parallel to first mirror and at an angle theta. Parallel means these are corresponding angle. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir. Those are parallel angles.
So if you draw here normal perpendicular to this surface, what will be this angle? 90 minus theta.
Yes, sir.
So this has to be theta. This much okay? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now this light gets incident here and reflected back parallel to the first mirror. So this is theta. This is theta now because these two lines are parallel. Now this is theta. If you construct here normal, this will be 90 minus theta. Angle of incidence is same as reflection. So this is also 90 minus theta. That means this is theta. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
So 3 times theta in a triangle is 180. Sum of angle of triangle is 180. Therefore theta is 60. Theta 60.
So, but I have a question. So, after the where you proved as theta, and then there's 90 minus theta, and there's theta. Yeah, there, sir. So wherever there's 90 minus theta, so we can like do alternate angles and then find the other angle, right?
Alternate means 90 minus theta and this theta.
Yeah, so then there would be a different answer.
These two lines are parallel. This angle and this angle will be 90 minus theta. And this is theta. Okay, I got it what you are saying. एक सेकंड ये लाइन के ऊपर नहीं है, ये थोड़ा सा this way it is. This is normal drawn this way, not this line. So this angle is 90 minus theta.
Oh, okay, sir.
So reflected will be also 90 minus theta. Therefore this is theta. Now this line and this line are not parallel. Now I think confusion is clear. Confusion is clear? Or again, shall I explain diagram?
So I understood.
Me too, sir.
Earlier, by mistake, I had taken that line only as normal, but other lines not. Completed?
Yes, sir.
91. A point source of light S is placed at distance L in front of plane mirror. Point source S is the distance L from mirror, plane mirror. Height of mirror is D. A man walks in front of mirror along a line parallel to mirror at distance 2L. So from mirror at distance 2L, a man is walking parallel to mirror. The distance over which man can see the image of light source in the mirror will be how much? Distance up to which he can see the image of light source will be how much? He has to see the image. So when he goes at the top position, इसका अंदर आना चाहिए. Suppose he starts from here. This is also called as field of view. So how much distance he moved so that he can see the image. Now for object at distance L, this image will be also at distance L for plane mirror. In plane mirror, object and image are at same distance. So if this is L, even this will be L, okay?
Yes.
So if I extend this distance is 2L, this total distance. So can you see this is nothing but similar triangle? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This triangle is similar. When two triangles are similar, what is our formula? Corresponding sides are proportional. So if I call this as P, Q, R, S, can you see in triangle P, I, Q and triangle R, I, S are similar triangle? Okay. Triangle PIQ, RIS, are they similar triangle?
Yes, they are.
So we can say Pi upon Ri is Iq upon Is is equal to Rs upon PQ. Pi distance, Ri distance, I don't know. So I'm forgetting this ratio. Neither I know Pi nor I know Ri. But I to Q is L and I to S is 3L, correct? Correct this one?
Yes, sir.
R to S distance I don't know. P to Q it is half D by 2. So LL cancel. Therefore we get RS equals to D by 3L and RS is D by 2. Okay, RS चाहिए.
So it will be 2D upon 3.
No, it will be multiplied. 2D by 3. PQ is D by 2. So we are interested in RS. 2D by 3 or 3D by IS is 3L. L got cancelled. So RS upon, oh, this ratio I made mistake. Here there is mistake. This should be PQ upon RS. No? P2Q upon RS. So P2Q is D by 2, RS we have to find. Therefore RS is 3D upon 2. Similarly, this SM will be also same because it is just mirror image, correct?
Yes.
So total distance moved will be 3D by 2 plus 3D by 2, which will become 6D by 2. That is equals to 3D. This answer. Yes, you follow this concept. Plane mirror. So object image will be at same distance. Then whenever he is seeing, he should see through this end point because ऊपर mirror नहीं है, तो इसको join कर दिया.
So this will only happen for a plane mirror, right? Like the object will be, the
Yes.
image will be found on this.
Correct. For spherical mirror, you have to take 1 upon f equal to 1 upon v wala relation. Because their object and image and f, they are related by different means. Huh? Here u is v every time, not in spherical mirrors. So there, if they ask, they will ask angles mostly. A concave mirror of face viewing has focal length of 0.4. Focal length of concave mirror is 0.4. Distance at which you hold the mirror from your face in order to see your image upright. Upright means what? Real or virtual?
Virtual.
Virtual. And magnification is 5.
So we can use the f upon f minus v formula.
So we'll use direct method. We want distance at which you hold the mirror, that means object distance. So we know linear magnification is also f upon f minus u. So 5 equals to 0.4 upon 0.4 minus u, which will be 2 minus 5u equal to 0.4. Therefore 5u equals to 2 minus 0.4. 5u equals to 1.6. U equal to 1.6 upon 5. That is 0.5 into 3 is 15. Remember 1, 2. 0.32 option.
Yes, sir.
So last class, this we have completed first part completely. Then once we complete entire unit, I will give you another 50 to 60 questions. From there we are going to solve, so that it will be combo of full light. Now last class we have completed, I think, what is refractive index, absolute, relative, ratio in terms of wavelength, reversibility of light. That much we did.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll see refraction. This is, now we are doing chapter number 15th one. Refraction 14th we have completely completed. Refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. First I am showing the diagram, then I will prove what is the lateral shift formula in this. This is suppose glass slab. This time how many refraction will take place?
2.
2. One on this face AB, other will be on this CD, 2 refraction. Always if medium is same, that means above AB, below CD, medium is air. So rays will be parallel to each other. So if I draw ray diagram, the ray is incident on surface AB at point Q such that PQ is making angle of incidence I1. Without refraction, it would have gone into parallel direction. It undergoes refraction. such that this angle is supposed R1. हेडिंग रिटर्न थोड़ा बड़ा डायग्राम बनाता हूँ. This is glass slab. And from normal at two surfaces. Let this be A, B, C, D. Ray of light is incident on face AB. If there is no refraction, it will travel in a straight line. So this is angle of incidence on the first surface I1. Let this be PQ. There will be refraction in the glass slab. This is refraction in glass slab. Angle is R1. These two lines are parallel. Hello? These two lines are parallel. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So these two angles are actually same. R1, R1. And then light will undergo refraction and it will be actually parallel to this one. Parallel to this. So this you can call as R2. And this is angle of incidence I2 equal to R1. Now perpendicular distance between the two parallel rays is called as lateral displacement. So QR, if I draw M, what is RM called as? Lateral displacement or lateral shift. Okay. Hello?
Yes.
The shifting from the path, original path, is called as lateral shift. Perpendicular means lateral, along is called longitudinal. So perpendicular distance between them is called lateral shift. Just draw the diagram, then we'll be obtaining formula for lateral shift. If diagram is done, then tell so that trigonometry wise we can get Rn formula.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. Thickness of glass slab we are taking as T. We are interested in Rm. By Snell's law for face AB, sin I1 upon sin R1 is equals to refractive index of glass slab with respect to air. Equation 1. For face CD, sine of R1 upon sine of R2 is equals to refractive index of glass with respect to air. Because I is same as R, R1 is same as I2. So we can say from 1 and 2 we get, from 1 and 2 we get sine of I1 upon sine of R1 is equals to
So in equation 2, won't it be
no,
air
no,
with
no,
respect to?
1 minute. This is air with respect to glass.
Yes.
Air with respect to glass. So it will become sine of R2 upon sine of R1 is glass with respect to air. This is equation 2. So this will be sine of R2 upon sine of R1. So we get sine I1 equal to sine R2. Therefore, I1 is same as R2. Let this be our equation. Now copy this one.
Yes, sir.
See, this Qn is same as AD, which is nothing but thickness T. So I will take two right angle triangles. One is this right angle triangle, other is this, and equate, we'll get required answer. P is thickness, which is AB, A to D, or even Qn we can say. In right angled triangle QNR, who is hypotenuse?
QR.
QR is hypotenuse, correct. So sine of angle R1 will become QR. We are interested in R1. Qn is kept common. QR is kept common. So adjacent side, cos of R1 is adjacent side Q1 upon hypotenuse QR, correct? Okay, this much clear?
Yes.
So cos R1 will be Qn, which is thickness T, upon QR. That means QR is T upon cos of R1. Then in a right angled triangle QRM, this angle is R1. What will be this total angle? Okay. This total angle is how much? I, no? I1, no?
Yes.
So only this much will be what? I1 minus R1, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we can say sine of I1 minus R1 equal to opposite side RM upon hypotenuse QR. Therefore, QR equals to RM, which we want, upon sine of I1 minus R1. Equation 2. Equation 5, in fact. Just copy this much, then in one line we'll get required answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we got in first right angle triangle say QR. In second right angle triangle say we got QR. Now we are interested in RM. We are equating it. So from 4 and 5 we get RM upon sine of I1 minus R1 is T upon cos of R1. So Rm is P into sine I1 minus R1 upon cos of R1. What is 1 upon cos?
Sec.
Sec, okay. So final answer you can write as lateral shift Rm. Rm equals to T into sine of I1 minus R1 into sec of R1. Consider I1 as I and R1 as R. So Rm equals to T sine I minus R into sec of R. So this is nothing but formula for lateral shift. Copy. That means first surface ka I and R say we can write answer P into sine I minus R into sec R.
Sir, do we have numericals based on this formula?
Yes, yes. A direct formula based numerical you will get on this. They will give I, R, T and they will ask what is lateral shift.
So isn't I minus R angle of deviation?
No, 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 no. I minus R is not angle of deviation. For the first surface you are telling, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, we can take.
Yes, sir.
So that's all for today. Please revise so that next class I will complete entire theory of this chapter. And next week we'll do MCQ and theory. And once we have completed entire part of the light, that means ray optics part actually, then I will solve at least 50 more MCQs so that you will be getting used to even JEE culture.